We start our session today in an old, rundown apartment where the sounds of sirens lull you to sleep and gunshots wake you up for school. The faint smell of mildew is ever present in all the 3 rooms of this apartment, while your skin sweats because there's no AC. Your tongue is dry because the water got shut off. It seems you'll have to take a shower at the homeless shelter again until you can sell enough to pay the bill. A cockroach skitters across the floor and disappears into a crack in the wall. A sick, dying woman lays on her bed, breathing ragged. Her skin is pale and her eyes are sunken in, with the rest of her bones being able to be seen through her skin, stretching. Standing next to her, a 9-year-old Pakistani little girl with long black hair clutches her hand tightly, not too tight as to hurt the woman, attempting to hold back tears unsuccessfully. The woman takes her other skeletal hand and caresses the girl's face, wiping away the tears, and says something, but her voice is a whisper, too weak to be audible. The girl leans in to hear, and the woman says, "Make sure you don't end up like me. Live a good life with people who love you. Be successful and be happy, so that when you have a daughter, you don't do what I did. I love you, Danny." And the ragged breathing stops. Silence, all but for the sirens that lull you to sleep. We then move on back into the UCAS Basilisk, where we go to the walls.
Yo, that's him.
Everybody is here.
Everyone is here. Da-da-da-da-da.
As Captain Tobias Reffer inscribes the name of Scott Langmore onto the memorial. Everyone stands in silence as his name is inscribed, and once it's done, Captain Reffer turns around. "Does anyone have any words they'd like to say?" See, as he looks very pointedly at Eleanor, and he says this as well.
That's rude.
"Alright, well, I'll go. Although we didn't know each other for long, I was still responsible for your life, and I failed you. So for that, I am sorry. Lieutenant Scott Langmore, I hope you find space in the stars." You guys see as Malachi closes his hands and says a silent prayer. "Well, although God has left us, it's a good thing that you are still here, even though not physically." When you see as the intercom turns on and Quinn from inside the walls of the ship says to speak. "Well, I'm glad to be here too. Say, Captain, I think that if we get my physical body, maybe we could try to put me back inside of it. Kind of like putting an AI inside of a robot." You guys all remember the coffin inside of the airlock that got shot out into space.
Bum bum ba-dum. Wow.
Also, the fact that Quinn's body was most likely in several pieces.
We can put him in something funny, like a dog.
Oh, do we get our own little mascot?
Quinn is a dog.
We turn him into the series mascot.
What the Quinn doing?
What's the problem? As long as the body is, pretty compatible, then everything should be fine.
What?
Yes, well,
We shot you into space.
we thought you died.
What? What? You?
Don't you know how you bury people in a ship? You can't just keep them on the ship.
Well, how long was I out for? How?
Oh, you,
No, you're dead. Oh wait, we weren't supposed to talk. I remember. He doesn't remember. He's dead. All that. Let's move on from this topic.
Oh no, my body, no.
we could do what you said and put you in a robot.
Yeah,
I'm
you ever
gonna-
see the $6 million Man? Be like that, you know? Make it. What's the fucking line? You know?
But full android robots? No. We would probably have to ask for one.
Hey, well, we can make do. Well, we could list it. We could list it as a business expense and get the government to pay for it.
And I don't really like robots anyway, so.
I still think we should put him in we could put him in one of the exos. That's not that. I mean, we gotta make do with what we have right now. We can't particularly be picky.
I truly do think that this is all very alien, of course. The fact that we are even talking to Quinn right now is quite mind-boggling, but perhaps being an AI on the ship may prove to perhaps be advantageous, at least maybe
Be
until...
a little crowded. It's my problem, considering we now have 2 AIs in the ship.
Hello, my name is Helena.
Yeah, see, Helena, how are you getting along with Quinn in the Robo Force Ghost universe?
For your information, the place in which we reside is called the background. In
How's
Data
it going
World,
in the background?
whatever other space you're in is called the background, while the one you reside in is called the foreground.
That's...
Okay.
But
Does that mean that our foreground is your background?
indeed,
Would
correct.
you say you're a side character while we're main character?
Absolutely
Um,
not. All your lives are meant to further the goals of the Empire.
This is technically true, and also legally true.
I propose that we wait to make any final decisions for a little bit before we have all of the necessary knowledge.
Yes, I do have to agree here with Virgil. As of now, we do not, I don't at least believe, probably have the means of putting you, Quinn, into a automaton body of sorts. I mean, we're not even really sure how your conscience is physically manifesting itself as a digital intelligence right now. That should be physically impossible, and yet we are here. I'm not even sure if your consciousness could be put into a robot. Can it even handle that much data?
As well as if you're displeased with that assessment, just think of it like this. We don't have the right body for you right now, so putting you into one prematurely might result in, well, death.
Again?
Can we stop talking
Yes.
about death? Can we just not bring up death right now? It's really not that helpful to anybody.
We really-
It's like
I
a
don't
kid.
see what-
I gotta get used to it, honestly.
I feel like it's not
I
constructive.
do have to say, Archie, I don't think there's any advantage beating around the bush that we all very clear. I'm not Quinn, but we very clearly saw him die, and he is.
I see.
Now,
We saw him die, but it's a little difficult for him to parse that, considering he's a fucking force ghost. So, like,
I think we can refer to it in passing, but let us simply not go into heavy detail.
fair and
listen, let's just move on, and we will, Quinn, we will, if we come across something that would be an acceptable vessel for you physically, we'll let you know. We'll keep you queued in.
And just so everyone's aware, exos are basically shells that humans pilot, so that wouldn't work.
Okay. I still vote for Robot Dog.
You know what? I'll get right
I-
on that. Okay.
I don't.
You're not putting me in a robot dog body. I swear to God.
well, I mean, it's well, that
Would
or
be
shit. I
fine.
mean, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
While technically possible, that is not advantageous.
It seems that Quinn has gone off to another part of the data sphere to cry.
Ah, well, it is to be expected, I suppose.
You see that Captain Reffer is checking his holopad right now, and is letting all of you guys figure this out. Alright, now that Quinn's off on dealing with his own issues, let me just say to all of you, everyone here on this ship is my responsibility. Thus, I will do whatever I can to protect you to the best of my abilities. And it seems that by now, the deserters have found the other divisions. Perfect.
What does that mean for us exactly?
Nothing much. Just that the people who I kicked off the ship have found either Aphrodite Division or Apollo Division.
On the planet?
Yes.
Oh.
I mean, I wouldn't just kick them off without anywhere for them to go.
Ah, yes. You wouldn't do that.
I fired them and sent them off on their way like they wanted, alright? I didn't just send them to their death.
Well, it's good that the best outcome occurred.
Relatively speaking.
I mean, best is a strong word, but
Yeah, so best outcome would have been if everyone who signed up for a job actually stuck to it.
Quite. Well,
shade, I think.
so, just to uniformly grasp the situation, the deserters, they're fine. They found another division. Fantastic. Quinn, somehow AI on the ship with Helena. I'm sure they will probably find a way to get along. What are our orders, Captain?
Well, it seems that we're still in orders for now to rid the entire planet of any Typhon remnants. However, I do not intend to do that for the rest of my life. So I'm going to go contact the council and see what I can do about figuring out another alternate mission or something.
Very well.
That would be nice.
In the meantime, there's still the monolith, which we ran into Aphrodite Division there, and if you want, in the wilds, there is Apollo Division.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know, like, what all do we really know about those two divisions? Like, can we, like, do we know what they're like?
Basically, fuck all about. You don't know too much. You know that there are other divisions.
Nice.
Fair enough.
Nice.
And the nature of the other divisions, their mission, I imagine, is the same as ours, right? If you know that.
Captain Reffer checks his holopad for a couple seconds and says, yes and no. So, from what I don't know their exact mission parameters. I do know that Aphrodite Division is here to study the monolith and whatever connection they have to the icons, while Apollo Division is most likely helping out whatever survivors remain here.
Ah, very good. And I imagine the choice on the table is whether or not we wish to go support one or the other division in what they might be doing.
Well, that's up to you. I really couldn't give a rat's ass about what you guys do. But if you wanted to, one's at the monolith, one's out in the wilds, if you can find whatever the hell they are.
Well, I know where one of them definitely is. Save us the trouble of needlessly going searching around wilderness where potentially more Typhons are. However, added condition that they are helping more survivors.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to hear what you all think. I personally think I am more partial to perhaps going and helping Aphrodite Division in studying the monolith.
I could go either way.
Excuse me, but you said something about the icons? Yes, Aphrodite Division primarily specializes in researching icons and religious matters and all of that. If you need somewhere to go church, man, they might be your best bet. Because Malachi nods and begins to think for a moment.
Malachi, do you have some reason to need to be especially religious at the moment? That was poorly phrased. Hold on.
No,
That was
not.
very
Yeah.
poorly
Be
That was perfect.
especially religious at the moment.
I do have my 2 students who need to be brought to safety.
Yeah, I see. So you're saying we could maybe bring them to the Aphrodite division?
That is what I would like to do, yes.
Well, what are the votes? We just gotta decide, I think, for what we want to do.
I would be going to the Aphrodite division.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, quite. I am in agreement.
I concur.
Well, whatever y'all decide to do, I'm gonna go get a drink while I try and figure this out. Don't bother me. If you need something, ask Helena or Harvey. You see as he goes to go walk off looking at his hollow pad, mumbling and grumbling and...
Very well.
What about the, did you say it was the Artemis division? No.
I believe you're referring to the Apollo division.
Apollo division. It was one of them.
Are you asking what their specialization is?
Yeah. What are they doing?
Apollo division specializes in medical training and war relief efforts. They also have a high focus towards sniping and long-range combat.
Badass.
It is very, very polar.
Well, it sounds like it's probably more pertinent for us to
Not gonna
check out the
lie,
Aphrodite.
I want to go meet the sniper chick, guys. That's just dev talking, though. You know, like that's not. You know, I'm just. Yeah. You know, I'm not trying to be weird. I'm just saying. You know, like.
And
Get me a girl who can shoot my legs off from 2 kilometers
Yeah,
away.
all I am saying, guys. Like,
And we're gonna zoom on out to the rest of the ship. You guys were in stasis for a while, but now you have some time to actually explore the last and 3rd level. As you guys check it out, Lucius and Virgil, you 2 already know, but there is the cafeteria. Over here is the stasis pods, where you guys reside in for when you need to jump through a Stargate. Over here, we do have our very favorite bathrooms. Up in the right-hand corner, we have the laundry room.
Oh, laundry.
I like how the
Mhm.
laundry room is significantly larger than the stasis pod room.
Yes.
You right.
You
We have
right,
a lot
you
of
right.
laundry to
We
do.
do have the showers. They were not damaged, so thankfully you guys won't stink the entire time.
Yay!
Hell yeah.
Yo, we won't have to
Let's take
shower
it
at the
on.
homeless shelter today.
I get water.
The escape pods as well. They thankfully were not damaged during the.
No, really, thank God.
Smaller than the
As you guys checked out that room, there was like one beam that had gotten loose, and like if one more shift had happened, it would have crushed like half of them.
Ugh.
And then, last but not least, we have our sleeping quarters. Where each of you have your own individual rooms that you are free to customize in the future.
Oh, wow, like Pokemon Secret
yo,
Base.
that's sick.
For right now, they are just the basic base forms, which is bed, console, table. But maybe in the future, you guys will upgrade a little bit, get a little bit more fancy.
Oh,
Remove the rubble to add more laundry rooms. I say
Yeah,
we
fuck
had 2
yeah.
more laundry rooms at least.
More laundry.
Here-
All down. You guys all head to the cafeteria. You guys see that PA goes off as he goes to go repair the med lab, as that's his first priority.
Whoa.
You guys enter in this wonderful cafeteria, and Archie, you immediately rush over to the line where you're gonna meet the one crew member who didn't leave after Nathaniel's tragic accident.
what the
Anthony
fuck
didn't
is
die.
this guy?
I'm gonna have to blow it up real quick for everyone. There you go.
Lunch lady. It's like a demon.
This looks
Why
like
did
this
they
looks
look
like This looks like a person out of Little Nightmares, bro. What the hell?
Tim Burton movie right here. Holy shit. Wait, was this one of the monsters
Does
from
kind of look like a Tim
Coraline?
Burton movie. That's just true.
As you approach Archie and with the necklace behind, Gertrude, as you can see on her name tag, rears her head and says, "Hey, baby, y'all came down for a little rub."
You know it, hot stuff. What's on the menu?
What the?
Oh, we've got Cephian-friendly options over there, tomatoes and the like. And then, for your cute ass, you got lettuce.
No.
And
Just
sausage.
lettuce.
Just lettuce.
This is great. I love a good salad as much as the next guy, but do you have anything with a little more oomph? You know what
Oh
I mean?
yeah, for you, I've got some slop.
Oh, joy. Sure thing. I'm too hungry to object at this point.
Now listen, this is imported straight from the Elder Darians, alright?
We'll eat so much slop.
Wait, what are the Cephian friendly options? I think I'll go with
Tomato.
the Cephian.
Tomatoes.
Just a tomato.
I'm gonna take a tomato and the lettuce and make a salad.
There should also be like some potatoes.
You can see that the tomatoes, as you approach Virgil, are literally just like they were once tomatoes, sure. They look more like red mush at this point.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That you can kind of maybe spoon eat or drink. It's hard to tell.
I had an idea for something that something that I could have.
Yes.
Just in general, of kind of a what's a good way to phrase this? A food hydrator.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, to make things more edible.
You have a little, like, what looks like it to be a thermos that essentially you kind of just pour or put food inside of it, and then it like shakes it up and like hydrates it a bunch and
Hell yeah.
chops it up and all that. It's pretty cool.
That's fruit processing.
Awesome.
You're describing a fruit blender.
It was a gift from Taylor as you're going away.
But of course.
Yes. But yeah, you grab the mush of potatoes and tomatoes and put it in your hydrator.
I kind of just walk over while shaking it almost like a bartender would shake. Someone.
Curiosity, Virgil. What exactly makes food Cephian friendly?
Oh, yes. It has relation to the percentage amount of water.
Ah, I see.
So foods with a high water content are more edible.
So like a saltine would fucking kill you.
Yes, that would be inedible to me.
Ah, I see.
Though
You know
if
how to
I
kill
put it-
Virgil in an emergency situation.
Though if I did put it into one of these kind of motioning to the hydrator, it might be digestible.
I see.
Would I get many nutrients from it? Unlikely.
Out of curiosity, what's your favorite stew? Sorry.
Favorite two?
Yo, reply with your favorites.
Yo. Tomato
Retweet.
stew.
Oh. Well, there's no one
Tomato
going.
potato.
Yeah, Lucius is just gonna go. He gets like just like the most beta cuck meal. He just gets like a fucking like salad, like just with like
I mean, the options are lettuce
tomatoes
and
and
slop.
shit.
Basically
No
everything is slop.
croutons, no dressing, just fucking
I don't
lettuce
think croutons are an
tomatoes.
option. I don't.
and like little carrots.
I like to imagine that Lucius also brought like a whole like package of like his own food with him.
Oh yeah,
To the
absolutely,
public mess hall.
absolutely.
Oh, you know, I can also eat lettuce.
Oh, good.
because you know,
Lettuce
lettuce
is
in
water.
essence is just crunchy water.
It really is. Isn't that
It
weird to think about? Isn't that so weird to think about?
Oh my god. So now you grab your slop. And
This
then
shit
you
gotta be
take it.
high in protein.
I can tell you right now it's not.
Goddamn.
You can tell at a glance that it's not high in anything besides volume, maybe.
Oh.
This is the moment where Dhonall like looks at the food, says "fuck this," and then just goes down to the planet and hunts something to eat.
Don't give him any ideas. Please do not give him any ideas.
I can use this as bait.
Oh my god. There's a TV in here, off in a couple of corners that you guys can look at for news and stuff like that, where some volleyball team is going fucking crazy, but all of a sudden the news shifts and breaking news appears all over all the TVs. Breaking news. It seems that just moments ago, an attack on the High Council of Gaia has been enacted. The perpetrators are unknown, but are heavily rumored to be the pirate group known as Tartarus. A large hole was blasted through the side of the building, and you see as pictures come up on the screen of three council members. As these three council members were beheaded, perpetrators left almost immediately. Whatever this attack was, it seems like it was highly coordinated and thoroughly planned, as the perpetrators are still at large. You see, as he then goes on to give more details and all that stuff. But Virgil, you do recognize these three council members as the ones who you met during your meeting, who seem to be more curious about you than hateful or suspicious.
Thank you for saying that, because I was going to ask.
Perfect. Amazing.
It's right there.
How awful.
It's not a good era to be a High Council member, is it?
You want to be one of those guys, huh?
That's the 5th assassination this year.
You'd think they would put more effort into finding these guys, but no.
Finding them isn't the problem. It's keeping them alive, that is.
You do have a point, slop lady.
She nods. After a few minutes, the news report just goes back to its normal, scheduled program.
Nice.
In other news, a child has built a snowman nearby residential area.
The news segment about the pig named Chris P. Bacon.
Actually, yeah, so you guys leave the ship. Who are you taking with you? You have the choice of 2 crew members you can take with you.
So we can take what? That's either Harvey, Nathaniel, or Eleanor?
You can also bring Tobias along if you really want it.
He wanted to be left alone.
Yeah, we don't want to fuck with the captain. Let's leave the captain. I think we should definitely take Harvey, just because big guns, and Harvey kind of cute or whatever. Anyways, and then I feel like we should let Eleanor redeem herself. She's kind of like hating herself.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
You
say.
guys suit up, head off of the ship, the planet of Menkar. You guys trek a little bit, with Malachi and his 2 students also in tow, head on the outskirts of the city towards the monolith. The monolith itself is a massive tilted tower, hundreds of meters high and pitch black, with houses built around and on it, as well as the remains of crushed and fallen houses at its base from when the rapture happened, where it ended up killing a lot of Skrak who were living nearby. Close by the ruined houses, near the base of the monolith, are a small group of people with various sensors, scanners, and computers set up, with some of the group typing away, others walking around with the scanners, and some investigating the monolith itself. There are also tables set up with dozens of papers and holopads displaying maps and other old artifacts. The space here feels almost disconnected from the outside world, with the air being stale but clean at the same time, and a peaceful yet almost desolate feeling coming from the ominous monolith. You guys begin to step forward, and as you approach, one of the figures looking at the holomap springs up and begins to rush towards you. How exactly are you guys presenting yourself at this moment? What are you guys doing here?
Confidence. Nothing but confidence. I'm exuding as much big dick energy as I can possibly accrue.
Yeah. You have a lot of it, so,
Exactly. With extreme stupidity comes extreme confidence.
I mean, I'm just in awe of this architectural fucking marvel. It's intimidating.
I'm a little intimidated, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm in a similar boat.
Dude, it's just like very uneasy as we approach. It's very foreboding.
Worry not, Lucius. It's just a big stick.
I have seen many big sticks in my life.
I don't think I'm just gonna look at it like a big stick as well. Take the edge off.
Right, a big stick. Of course.
A rather large stick.
Everyone roll an observation check for me.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so now with your double success, you for sure notice this, probably because it comes naturally to you. The area around the monolith, probably for like a few hundred meters, is completely devoid of any disturbances in the ground, or any markings that may have come from typhons.
That's good. At least we know it's safe. Either it's safe or it's gonna like lightning laser zap us.
No, you see that the houses nearby seem like people that lived here. The emergence happened of the typhons.
I see.
As the figure gets closer, it becomes clear that this is a incredibly beautiful blonde woman with long hair that seems to shimmer like the sun, tied back in a ponytail, with milk white skin. As she wears a dirty pair of shorts and a t-shirt that has the design of a flower on it, and also sports a necklace with a triple triangle symbol hanging from it. As she, for lack of a better word, bounces over to you, she stops in front of you guys and says, "Yoo-hoo!
That is not.
I am Captain Virginia Rice. Who are all of you?"
Fucking Lucius salutes her fucking immediately. Ma'am, we are the Ares division, ma'am, of the Basilisk.
You see as her eyes light up and she squeals with joy as she takes a few more steps forward. Actually, no, she bounces forward and just grabs both your hands and it's like, "Oh, you come from Tobias's ship."
Yes, ma'am. Lieutenant Commander Lucius Quinn, at your service, ma'am.
Nods very hurriedly and then goes around and shakes each of your hands individually and each of your tentacles, Virgil. As
all of them.
all of them.
All of them.
As she is very ecstatic and she says, "Oh, Tobias came by earlier, but I did not know there was more to his crew."
Well, you're looking at them. I'm the pilot, Archie Tremulus.
She gives you another handshake and she smiles at you and it feels like your heart's about to melt. She says, "Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you. Are you the pilot that Tobias said crashed the ship?"
Everyone keeps bringing up. It was another guy. It was a different guy.
No, that is not true. He is lying. He did, in fact, crash the ship.
So wait, is this the captain of the what was it again? Aphrodite?
Aphrodite.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Darby, did you really name the captain of the Aphrodite division Virgin?
Virginia? Yeah.
That's funny. I get it. And it was Tiberius because he was like a Roman emperor. It was a Roman emperor.
What about it? Are you making assumptions right now? Are you seriously making assumptions right now?
No, I no.
Okay. All right. She pats you on the head. You know, lying is not a very earnest trait.
No, it's not that I'm lying. It was a joke. You see, because never mind. Listen. I'm a great pilot. I'm working on it. I've never flown a before. It's tough.
She nods. Malachi steps forward, and you see as he gives the triple triangle hand sign, kneels before her, and says, "Oh, it is a great honor to meet you, Mother." "Oh, you don't have to kneel in front of me like that. Oh, please stand up." You see as she lifts him up to his feet. "I am not the mother right now. I am simply Captain Virginia Rice." You see he's just too stunned to speak right now, as he just stares at her hands on his hands, and he is just blown away.
I see. We got a simp on our hands.
"Oh, well, I didn't know it would be you heading Aphrodite division, but wanted to ask for your assistance. It seems that my two students here, he gestures to his students and says, have been in danger for quite a while, and I was hoping you'd be able to help them. You see as she looks over his shoulder at Rakesh and his wife. Well, of course. What kind of captain or mother or person would I be if I declined to help a fellow human? No offense, she says to you, Virgil.
Virgil just like nods, none taken.
You see she beckons the two kids forward. If you go over there, my friends will help you. We'll get you somewhere safe. You see as they both nod, as they both also look at her and just with like absolute stars in their eyes as they hurry off, giving multiple glances backwards, not believing quite what they just saw. She turns back to all of you, though. Well, what are you all doing here?
We have been sent here on orders to take out the remaining typhons on the planet, and here had quite a few readings.
In addition, we have also been told that you and your team may be in need of assistance, and we are here to provide that in whatever way you may see fit, as we currently await further orders from the High Council of Gaia.
We do also have Mr. Malachi needed some shelter for his students.
Wow, it seems like you've all got quite a lot on your plates. Well, come here. Meet the rest of my crew. I'm sure they'll be happy to meet you. You see as she begins to walk back towards the monolith. As you guys approach, the rest of the crew begin to take notice of their captain returning. And you see they begin whispering amongst each other and pointing at all of you. And then right before any of you can introduce yourself, you see as they all just they put their arms underneath their armpits in the chicken position and just start as they start barking at you.
You motherfuckers! Just kidding.
Well, Harvey does. And you see as he starts to stomp forward.
Oh.
No. Wait, Harvey, don't
Stop him, but yeah.
Arvid, please do not harm the foreigners.
But they disrespect the captain and our crew and our.
They're not disrespect. No, they're not. Listen, buddy, it's all right. It's all right. They're just weird.
Harvey, do not stoop down to the level that they see us.
Virgil kind of like goes over to like Harvey and goes, it doesn't matter if they respect us. What matters is we respect ourselves.
Harvey looks at you, Virgil, thinks about it for a moment, and then finally calms down and says, well, just so they know, I do have a very large hammer that I haven't used in a while.
You used it a few hours ago.
Yes, not in a while.
I see.
Oh no, his hammer's itching.
They continue barking, but Captain Rice then shuts them up by smacking them on their foreheads and being like, is that how you treat a new guest? How dare... Oh my god, I am so sorry for their attitudes.
Oh, it's quite all right. Just cross-division, playful banter, right? Just fun. It's quite all right.
You see as one of them from like the back just shouts like, hey yo, what's up, cockatrice division? You see as they all erupt in laughter. It's a terrible joke.
It's a really bad joke.
Yes.
Not that great of a joke.
Not even worth an out-of-character laugh.
No, it really isn't. Well, I am glad you're here. I'm not sure exactly what you could do, but we've been looking at this monolith and investigating it for a while, and have reached a bit of a dead end, so maybe some new eyes could help see something that we can't.
Yes, yes. Whatever we can do to assist. Malachi here, our associate, seems to be quite a scholar on religious topics, as well. We, yeah.
I have very good eyes.
Well, that should be a great help then. We have some maps and some documents over here if you wish to look at those. The monolith is, of course, there. And just ignore the rest of my crew. I cannot apologize enough for their behavior.
I ask why they are chicken?
You see as she gets a very awkward look on her face. And then Harvey steps up and says, "It's because of two reasons, really. One, a while ago, Captain Reffer got into a spot of trouble, and he had to evacuate his crew. People saw that as cowardly. And the other is because, well, they keep confusing the basilisk for a cockatrice. I do not see the resemblance, but it is what it is."
What I am more curious about is Malachi still here?
Yeah, Malcolm's right there, right next to you.
Malachi, what is this other figure?
You. Okay.
Back on Pluto, we didn't have these customs.
Oh, you're a Plutonian.
Yes.
I apologize. I did not realize I was trapped under siege from monsters for the past 2 years.
That is fair. That would not be one of your primary concerns.
Well, Captain Virginia Rice here is the spiritual mother of the Nine Icons Church.
Oh. What?
She is the head of the religion.
Oh.
Oh,
You see as she smiles abashedly. And
I
she's
understand now.
Well, then I
fuck him.
apologize for not treating you with the appropriate respect, Captain.
No, I have momentarily left my position. I've left it to my closest follower to do this. Go around investigating the icons and their connection to various things in our world, in the horizon.
I see. A very respectable choice.
Just to double check, it's like a known fact that the icons exist, right? Or is it?
Oh,
Or is it
absolutely!
like
It's
okay, cool.
there are no typhons around here. The monolith repels them quite efficiently, so you shouldn't have to worry about that here.
Oh,
Oh, that's why they were no.
But also strange because the Typhons,
Yes,
bluntly, I don't think they care.
Exactly. That's what we're trying to figure out here. Why exactly the monolith repels them.
Yes, we could employ this in cities if we find out.
The working theory right now is that it might have something to do with the connection to the icons, but that is shaky at best because other churches and holy sites are not safe from them.
So it's something maybe far more ancient?
Perhaps that's what we're trying to figure out.
Well, if after this little expedition of ours and we don't come up with anything, and you do happen to find something, please contact me. I will definitely put word out. If we can repel titans or typhons from any highly populated area, it would be of great benefit.
Yes, you guys exchange icons. You now have the personal number of the spiritual mother of the Nine Icons Church.
Let's fucking go.
Wow.
Malachi just sits in the corner, like drooling.
Where is Tobias at the moment?
Reffer's back on the ship. We're just coming down here to take care of some stuff while we have a little downtime in between missions, you know.
Oh, I see. That's a shame. Whenever he comes around, it's always a great party.
Party with him?
Oh, yes. I'm not sure if you are all aware, but Tobias is quite the party animal.
Okay,
He did
now
not
you just
give
now
that
you're just fucking
impression.
with us. Now you're fucking with us.
I could tell he drinks a lot, but I don't know about the party part.
That's like the least fun guy I've ever been around in my life.
Oh no, he is hilarious.
He's terrifying.
Exactly. He says the things
That man
that
is
no
so
one else
scary.
would dare say.
I
envy him because of my position. I cannot quite say what is always on my mind.
Is that so?
Plot twist: she's the edgy atheist.
Icons don't exist. I may be the head of the church, but they don't exist.
It's not quite my place to explain why he has these habits, but just know that if he's in the mood, he can be quite a fun guy.
Well, here's to hoping he's ever in the mood.
He very rarely seems that.
I heard that a couple of years ago he was in the mood all the time.
Did
Can we stop
something
using the
happen to
phrase
put him out of
in
the mood?
in relation to Refer? Kind of makes me uncomfortable.
Well, you see as Harvey kind of looks around a little bit nervously and just says, "Well, I do not want to speak too much about the captain's personal matters, but
Always
after
is
the incident,
incident?
yes, he became like that, and it was only recently, around the time the divisions came about, he got better.
So he was worse.
Yes.
Oh. I am glad to have not been forced to join at that point.
Well, at that point, he wasn't commanding anything. But I think I might have said too much.
I'll probably just go along with like Lucius or who I feel most comfortable with.
I think Lucius is right now just currently documenting stuff. He has this little journal with him, and I guess Archie, since you're like sitting next to me, I imagine.
Yeah, I guess I'll just tag along.
Yeah.
Try and help you out.
You just see as like Lucius is sort of like making a sketch of the tower itself, of the monolith, and is sort of
Nice.
making notes within it, like monolith ? Deeper connection ? Home ? Just like a bunch of various little notes that are all sporadic, and you can't really tell much meaning from them as you look over. And then, like, as he like sort of notices, like, "Oh, Archie, my God! Ah,
Oh, sorry. I was just interested in what you were drawing.
it's fine. I'd like to document the things that we come across." And you see as he like shows you the book, and he like sort of like fans over some pages, and you see a drawing of the ship, and you see a sketch of the schoolyard, and now you see the sketch of the monolith.
I mean, tell me about what happened while you were down. While you guys were down on that planet. I never really got a good idea of what went on.
Well, we mainly just surveyed the surrounding area and searched a schoolhouse for survivors, in which we were engaged by various bipedal spiders. Even though they're not bipedal at all, it's quite a confusing phenomena. Bipedal typhons, and we thankfully were able to hold them off, but we then came into contact with Malachi and his students, and we were able to save the lives of his students and everything. And yes, we sort of just got out of there with our lives and went back to the ship, which, you were there for.
I see. All right. Good to know. No one tells me things around here. I'm just tossed one way or the other. It's whatever. Sounds like you had an exciting time.
Yes, quite. We actually were quite on the fritz for a bit. Piet was very badly injured, and
were it not for the medical expertise of Virgil, I feel the worst may have occurred.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. Glad at least most of y'all made it out safe.
Indeed,
Well,
indeed.
Virgil, what are you doing, bud?
That is a good question. I might try and join someone else. This isn't exactly my area of expertise. I mean, what are we gonna do? Politics the monolith?
Negotiate with it, maybe?
So, if we give you this,
You managed to successfully negotiate with a fucking monolith. I
You
will
never
have
know unless you try.
the most amount of respect for you possible.
I haven't gotten to talk with Dhonall much. What's Dhonall doing?
Dhonall is up investigating the monolith.
Okay,
Yes.
sure. I'll go join him.
And you hear the squishy footsteps of Squidward walking up behind you.
I imagine it's just the actual SFX of Squidward walking.
Yes, it is.
Good evening.
Hello.
Or whatever time it is over here.
Good time.
Yes. Good time around the monolith.
This is certainly something. Kind of looking up at it.
Yes, it is. I've seen many a structure in my life, but I don't think I've seen something quite so, how you say, square?
Grandiose.
What's that mean?
Extravagant. Showing off.
Yes. You gotta make your words slowly smaller.
Yeah, I did that on purpose.
You see that Dhonall whips out another notepad and he writes down extravagant, but he spelled it as egg-stravagant.
Well, that's close enough. It repels typhons. Are you familiar with any other things that do that?
No, actually. Nothing. And that is why typhons have been such a big problem over the years. Nothing gets rid of them. They always just come back. So this is a huge discovery. If we can find out why, we might be able to get rid of the typhon problem altogether, with the exception of one.
What one?
So you see how I don't have one of my eyes?
Ah. Yes.
I think in many cities it is some kind of urban legend,
Nice.
like one of those bedtime stories. Let's just say it is the one typhon I am not confident in taking out.
I see. You'll have to tell me about that sometime.
Yes, I will.
Yes, you will.
If you ask, I will tell. You might even be able to find it in my book too. I think I put it in there somewhere.
That would be lovely.
Hey, Armon, is there anything like... Is this monolith like a completely uniform, just prism?
What are you looking for?
Honestly, I'm looking for any cracks in it, or any form of, like, signs
Wear and
that it's been put together.
Let's see. I'm gonna need from both of you an observation and an empathy check.
Yo, both of us? That's us.
Okay.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You've seen this. You've seen a almost exactly the same monolith before in Kua.
In Kua?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just basic information is that these two monoliths exist and that they're basically the companion pieces for whatever reason.
Oh, so there's only like two in existence so far that we know about.
Yep.
Okay.
Also, this monolith, for everyone, just so you know, is 4,000 meters from base to top.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Wow, that's big.
Both of you can tell that this thing was built by something. The other monolith that exists of this thing is, one, in better condition than this one right here, and two, that whoever built these two were the same person.
Oh.
or beings.
So this one is like significantly older, it would seem.
You're not sure about older. You do know it's significantly in worse condition. So it's very possible older, yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
I wonder if, because there are different types of typhons, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if, since this one's here, if it's not really a typhon-wide thing, but it's only specific kinds of typhons are around this area, so therefore they are repelled. Because it's something specific to them rather than them and typhons in general.
Perhaps maybe the next typhon we find, if we take its body back and, like, I don't know, see what this thing emits, if it produces some sort of reaction?
That's a worthy test.
My science friend did that a lot.
And you lay your hand upon the cold, metallic surface of this thing, and you could swear that you almost feel something inside of it. And as you do, you get curious and you try and figure out exactly what you're feeling. And suddenly you are stricken with the most intense fear you have ever had of something worse than death. And you bring your hand back quickly as you snatch it away.
Well, I think we figured out what's repelling the typhons.
Oh?
Whatever that was. Well, I don't want to put it like in a weird way, but I think that thing just put the fear of God in me. Something far scarier than the typhons.
I see.
I will say, Virgil, with your observation check, you notice that there are symbols almost underneath the surface of the monolith.
How do I notice that?
It's kind of like a glass, like, surface type thing.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. I'm not the most well-versed in religious iconography, but does anyone understand possibly what these mean, if anything? They're in there.
Maybe if we ask the captain? Hang on, let me ring her up real quick.
We've seemed to have come across some religious iconography. Do you have any idea what this might be or what it might be?
Walks over, grabs another sensor type thing as she places it against the monolith, and it scans it. And then she blows it up with a hologram. And you see as she begins staring and looking at it, her brow furrowed, and says, "Well, these are certainly no symbols I've seen before. In fact, I can't believe we missed this. I guess just looking at this black structure for so long has kind of blinded us to it. My best guess is that this is some sort of either ritual or instruction for trapping something."
So I'm going to go with the voice of reason.
Confuses me most is that these symbols are somewhat similar to other scriptures we've found from the icons.
Like?
Oh, just other, commandments and, stories, stuff like that.
I will say if this is trapping something, I don't know if this is anything revolutionary, but I say we do not let it out.
I concur.
Right.
Yes.
After Virgil says concur, he kind of more quietly leans over to Dhonall and says, "Agree."
Yes, thank you.
Whatever can scare typhons away should almost certainly not be allowed to freely roam. You all know about the typhons and their classifications and all that, right?
Indeed.
Vaguely, a bit, I suppose.
Well, I'm sure that your Dhonall has told you somewhat about them, but just to go over it, in my experience, being here for the past few years, there are 3 types of typhons. There are the machine types, which take on some sort of metal or metallic-based characteristics, almost like robots or cyborgs. Then there are the monstrous types. Their name differs from person to person. Some call them geometric types, other ones call them anomalies. But essentially, they are typhons who don't follow any sort of biology to them. They could be floating cubes or weird, misshapen beasts from another world. Then, last but not least, there are the plant types, I guess, which take on the characteristics of other plants and natural things in the world. As far as I know, each typhon is different from the others, although some travel in packs or have their own societies, but they're almost entirely different species from each other.
That is why on typhoon-infested planets, you have to tread lightly. Very lightly.
You see a familiar figure off to the side, far away from the monolith, but in plain view of you.
How do I recognize this figure? Is it like...
This is your sponsor.
One moment. I have to go to the bathroom.
You walk up to your sponsor, who is clad in his signature robes. He brings you off to the side, out of the view of everyone else. Well, Dhonall, how are you doing?
I have been doing all right. I did not expect to see you here.
Well, this is one of the monoliths. A great connection to the icons. Why wouldn't I be here?
You are all everywhere, but I wouldn't. I don't know. I wasn't expected to be contacted in person.
Well, we must have our meetings. I gotta check in on you and all.
I guess. I don't know. So, like, do you need anything at all, or?
Yes, I do. I need you to not forget your higher purpose here.
I have not. Don't worry.
Yes. I understand, but I understand you're doing your own thing and you have your own way of doing things, but it's your responsibility to continue the theogonies. You and your other participants, like to call it, the agony.
Yes. Well, I have yet to find anybody, and I've been caught up in some. I don't want to call it unsavory, but side business. And if I wish to finish what my father started, I need to finish this and get my stuff back.
Yes, of course. I wish I could help you with that, but I cannot so overtly help you.
Your reach in the divisions is limited. I know.
Yes, very. But I am your sponsor, and it is my responsibility to lead you down the right path. I just hope you finish up what you're doing here in a timely fashion, and we can get back to what we need to.
Yes. I will of course. We'll finish up soon. Yes.
Of course, I am always watching, so do not be afraid to ever ask for my help.
I won't.
Yes. Okay. Well, you may go back to your crew members.
Okay. Good conversation. Yeah. I will. I guess see you when I see you.
Indeed. Of course. Good luck.
I will need it.
He smirks, and nods, and then hurries off into the abyss.
And I'll return back to everybody else. Good piss.
Did you have any trouble?
No, it was There were no problems.
No, are you sure? I mean, you were gone for.
There was one problem.
Did you need someone to hold it, or was that fine?
I mean, it wasn't a matter of like holding it. It was a matter of
Aiming. Ah, yes. Aiming.
sure.
You guys hear the radio on one of the tables start to crackle, and a signal begins to come through. Everyone's attention is drawn over to this radio as you all approach and investigate. And it seems like the signal is heavily filled with static as the radio monitor starts to fiddle with it and try and get it a little bit more clear. You guys all crowd and huddle around until you start to hear a voice of a woman on the other end. Come in. This is the UCAS siren calling for backup at 102838 South 640 1651 West. There are civilians and medical personnel in need of additional armed forces. Come in. This is... And you see as she repeats the message a couple more times before the signal is cut off.
Oh shit.
Well,
We should.
Sounds like our help
I'm going
needed.
to go grab my gun.
As you guys start suiting up to leave, Malachi approaches all of you. So, I talked to one of the ex-crew members of your ship. He was your old priest. He said that they were all kicked off for defying your captain.
Yeah, something like that. It's a long story.
we went. Another group of us were. We did not commit any sort of insubordination. Captain.
You see as Malachi nods at you, Lucius. Well, it seems that there's a great evil on your ship, and I would like to repay you for helping me free my school of the darkness. In exchange, I was hoping you would allow me to help cleanse your ship.
What great evil is on the ship?
Define cleanse.
Is it Quinn?
Oh, the ghost man in the walls. No.
Oh, okay. He's pretty cool. I like him.
Yeah,
And-
Quinn's legit.
Well, the meaning of cleanse can mean a couple different things. It can mean complete exorcism of whatever is the source, or it can mean a healing.
I have a feeling something like that wouldn't go down very well with the old captain. You know what I mean?
Yes, agreed. We already have a religious quarter in the ship. We are very in tune with our, worship to the icons. I'm sure there is no real need for any sort of cleansing. I mean, an evil on our ship? I feel, with all respect, you simply must be mistaken. I mean, there's...
Your fear is holding you back. You're
I
reaching your true
think
potential.
my fears keep me alive. On the contrary.
I can assure you I would do nothing to cause any harm to any of you.
Well, trivial matters such as cleansing and such, why bother going through the hassle if there's nothing to be harmed anyways, right?
You said you had a religious quarter, correct?
Yes, we have a chapel on our ship.
Oh, so you are well aware how to utilize it.
We have a handout. There's a binder that tells us the essential rundowns of how one should practice their religious practices.
Oh, you are a certified leader of faith.
No. Of course not. No, not me.
Oh, so someone else on your ship then?
It's
No, it's more just there for the purpose of utilizing it to praise and pray to the icons in your own individualistic manner. We don't hold sermons or anything. There's no one on our ship who a religious expert, I suppose you could say.
But sermons is how you pray to the icons. That and the correct offerings and rituals.
I think what Lucius is trying to say is that everyone has their own way of practicing, and here on the UCS Basilisk, we embrace that diversity in religious freedom.
There is only one way. Oh, okay.
Discussions like this become a lot
Archie,
harder
you're,
when
like,
God is
completely
confirmed.
Completely clueless on religious things, just trying to make everything together.
Well, that is my offer. If you wish for me to not join your crew, then so be it.
We'll have to have a discussion about that. It's not something we can really just
We'll
decide
we'll
upon.
talk
We
about
would
it.
have to.
We'll talk about it with the captain. We're not saying no.
Yes, we would definitely need to consult Captain Reffer first, and sort of. I'm sure he'd say it would go about being some sort of crew decision. We would have to have probably some sort of vote of some kind. There's many bureaucratic processes that go into making a decision like this that I'm afraid we cannot give a definite answer right now. What I was more referring to was just the service of cleansing. I am not necessarily opposed to you joining the ship as a religious aficionado, or what have you.
Lucius, what do you think cleansing means?
Listen, we're all just a little antsy after what's happened with Reffer. He's very particular about who's on the ship and what people are doing on the ship, and we really just don't want him to toss you out the airlock or something, like, you know.
He does seem like the type to do that.
Not that he would do that at all, but you know what I mean.
So be it then. Let me know what your decision is. For now, I will stay here with Aphrodite Division and stay with my students.
Good call. We know where to find you.
Rightly so.
And Malachi walks off to go mingle with the others, talk more about church stuff with everyone. You all begin to suit up as Virginia, as you guys start to leave, gives you guys all a handshake and says, "Good luck with Apollo Division. I think that's where they were. Siren is their ship.
Oh boy.
Hopefully, I will see you again."
Indeed. Have safe studying.
She smiles and nods, turns around and walks back to her crew.
She was kind.
You guys wreck through the wilds. Boom, 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 boom. Coming across various critters out on Medcar. As you cut through the bushes, vines, and branches, as you all bear the terrible humidity that leaves you all soaking through your clothes. As you guys slowly start to arrive at the coordinates. A clearing begins to open up in front of you. A welcome sight from the constant, ever-present deep green that you've been seeing for the past few hours. As you approach this clearing, what is everyone doing? How are you guys approaching the situation? What's going on?
I'm gonna guess cautiously.
Yeah.
Cautiously.
Maybe can I make an observation check just to scope it out?
Absolutely. What are you looking for?
Just anything that seems especially dangerous, I guess.
Well, that lady aiming a sniper rifle at your face is probably pretty dangerous.
Okay.
I
Okay.
see.
Interesting.
Yeah, you see that she spots you through the bushes and all that, and has her sights set probably around where your forehead would be, probably.
Oh, fuck. Can I kind of like really casually signal to everyone else? Just be like, hey guys, just so you know, there is maybe a lady with a sniper rifle. Just act normal and casual, please.
I'm going to put my hands up.
No, don't put your hands up. That's a please don't do that.
Now puts his hands up and then immediately drops them right afterwards.
Gosh. What do we do?
Well, I mean, she's probably with the Apollo Division, no? She might be.
Could be. She
tense.
could be. Do we want to come out swinging or?
I'm out swinging on the people who asked for our combat support. Yes.
No. Let's. Who wants to be the?
So she clearly spots all of us, right? She spotted Archie, she's spotting all of us, right?
Yeah, you guys aren't like necessarily hidden. You were heading to go help, so you know.
Yeah.
Nice.
I just sort of like wave my arms in the air and I say, "Hello, we are with Ares Division. Do not fire. We are coming in help."
Yes, so you shout that out, wave your arms as you step forward, I'm assuming, out of the bushes. And past her, you do see a small little camp tent set up. Takes her eye like off of her sights, looks at you. You see she looks at you and says, "Oh, it is Ares Division. Oh, what a pleasant surprise. I did not expect the chicken division to come through here."
Harvey, don't.
Harvey is very tightly gripping his hammer.
Harvey, don't. Harvey, don't.
I bet I could get to her before she pulls the trigger. I bet I could. I just run really fast. And
I look over to the guys and I'm like, well, better to be a chicken division than a division whose god I think is a literal rapist. Anyways.
Oh.
Yes, we come.
Eleanor's like, "Oh snap! Get burnt!"
Oh my god.
We've come to
go
bear
ahead.
the evacuation of the civilians.
Once you cannot hold up in a fight, it would seem.
Oh my god.
I think hearing that being said is probably the first time that there has been legitimate surprise on Virgil's face.
By the way, Archie, as you hear the voice of this woman, you have a really weird feeling in like the back of your brain that her voice sounds familiar for some reason.
That's weird.
I mean, she'd have a fucking weird Soviet accent that fucking Dhonall does.
Yeah.
You are not Plutonian. What the fuck are you?
Interesting.
Dhonall shoots her. There can only be one.
There is only allowed to be one Soviet Plutonian around here.
One Russian only.
Um,
One Russian only.
But she hops down from she was up in this tree over here in the corner, and so she hops down and says, "Well, I suppose some is better than none. Please come here."
I presume we follow.
Yeah, you guys all step out of the bushes and approach the camp.
Let's go.
Great.
You see a very pretty lady.
Hey, yo, Lucius, go get your sniper check.
Oh, bet.
With the visor in front of her eyes, wearing what seems to be like a medical coat or something like that, although it's been dirtied with dirt, grime, sweat, weird liquids that probably came from something not healthy. Well, while I'm glad you have all appeared, why are you here? How did you know we were here?
Well, we received a distress signal. Did you not send that out?
Distress signal? What? We would never admit such weakness.
Did you not request combat support with the claims of having many civilians and doctors, I guess?
I know I did not, and I am the commander here. And icons, I know exactly who did this. Yes?
He reads back the coordinate numbers and he says, "These are your coordinates, correct?"
You read them out. She's like, "Yes."
There was definitely a distress beacon that was sent out claiming these coordinates and identifying themselves as the Apollo Division.
What was the accent of the voice?
Wasn't it like slightly southern? Am I misremembering that?
I remember slightly southern.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it was a slight female voice, slightly of a rural southern accent, a Terran accent.
Yeah. I know who sent out that signal, and she was not permitted to do so. Here, come.
Very well.
I'm gonna let you guys all know right now, I'm very sorry for this map and the grid, but so be it.
Soviet.
Yeah, what
Anyways,
works.
It is good to meet you. I'm Claudia Toya. commander of Apollo Division.
Nice to meet you.
She nods, and I will say, though her accent sounds very similar to Dhonall's, she does not have the same skin tone as him, nor the same weird hair color either.
Excuse me, but where'd you say you were from? I just out of curiosity, your voice sounds really familiar.
Oh, and from Aidwas.
Aidwas.
You
I
see as
see.
Eleanor speaks up and is like, "Oh, Virgil, that is the Russians that I said we had."
Ah,
I see. Interesting.
So now it's your family.
What?
what?
That's not quite true, though, right? I believe like the difference between
I
Plutonians
have one
and
family. Wait, no. 5 family.
what?
Yes.
I-
5 people who are family, but I don't like them.
Oh, where
I do
is
not
the
like
place
my family
that's-
either.
The difference between AWAs and Plutonians are like that of like Russians versus Siberians. Is that correct?
Maybe I am not from.
Yes, the answer is yes, Lucius.
Ah, very nice.
Okay,
Very well.
thank you, Harvey.
He gives you a big thumbs up. And as you walk by, the people inside start to peek out and see the commotion at the gate as they whisper amongst each other inside. Someone in the center, 2 bigger tents sit with giant medic symbols on the walls. Claudia continues and says, I am sorry for the confusion. I had thought you were bandits come to finish off civilians.
Ah, well, no harm done. I mean, nobody was fired upon. Really?
I was about to, but...
Yes, I can tell. Archie told Dhonall not to put his hands up, which I think was probably the worst idea that has possibly
Listen,
been.
I was just being cautious.
I always
Why-
thought a hands up was to say I am unarmed and
I am
not
literally not danger. That is what that means. It means I am not going to hurt you. My hands are up.
I'm
But
sorry, alright? I'm sorry.
I'm
am
just
not
glad I
sure
said
about-
something.
I'm not sure about Pluto, but in Awas, hands up means surrender and weakness. So, that may be the right move.
Eh?
What? No, I don't think that's what she was saying, Archie.
You
I
people
was
are
agreeing
strange.
with Metal Man. Man with lots of metals.
Huh? Oh, wait.
You have no metal, Archie.
I'm just gonna stop talking.
No metals?
Thankfully, nobody was shot. Who sent out the distress beacon?
She is over here. As she begins to go peek into this tent and enter inside of it. Inside this tent, there are about a dozen cots set up with injured people all laid on their backs, moaning and groaning in pain. Some look to only have head wounds with bandages wrapped around them. Others seem to have sustained massive injuries, ranging from some sort of a disease or infection to entire loss of limbs. The stench of death, familiar to some of you, invade your noses as Claudia hands each of you a face mask to wear.
What is this? 2020? Sorry.
Make sure to mask up, alright? It helps. If you don't, you are a little bitch.
No, I am not that.
Fair enough.
In the AWOS, all strong people wear masks. As you were walking past one of the patients injured, they suddenly reach out and grab onto your arm as they just, with a look of panic in their eyes, as they just say to you, I can't feel my legs. I can't feel my legs.
Hey. I like sort of like take his hand. Look at me. It's going to be fine. All right? You're going to be fine. I like sort of like get down and kneel down beside him. What's your name? Can you tell me your name?
Carver.
Carver, listen to me. Look at me. I'm right here. I'm Lucius. You're going to be okay. All right? I'm going to make sure you're going to be okay. Where are you from? What happened to you?
I was in the city, and I was scavenging, but it came out of nowhere. It was something like a bull.
It's fine. Hey, you're safe here. There's no bull here. Fine. All right. Everything is going to be okay. I know it's scary, but you have to trust me and just breathe, all right? Just breathe. Deep breath. No. Hey, shh. Listen. Slowly, all right? In through your nose. And out. Just like, okay?
You see as one of the Apollo Division members walks up to you, taps you on your shoulder, and with a syringe starts to inject some kind of sedative into the man.
Thank you. And he just like keeps consoling him until like he like falls asleep and stuff. All right. Puts his hand back onto a like chest. Gets up and says, "Right then."
Yes, you continue walking. Everyone has stopped to watch this happen, and Claudia says to you, "Well, you are good at consoling damaged patients. Must have lots of practice."
Well, years of command will do that to you. Afraid.
You see she nods and then continues on. The rest of you, as you head further into the tent, you see a man and woman arguing, as there are several other medical personnel rushing around the tent, doing their best to help the injured. As the groaning gets louder, as you're now surrounded by it completely. One is a much older woman, probably in her early 50s, who seems to come from Middle Eastern descent, standing at a tall 5'9", with a solid frame and long black hair. She's wearing a military doctor's uniform with a front pouch filled with medical tools and several other pouches on her body, presumably filled with medicine, as she leans on a well-used sniper rifle, holding onto it by the barrel with one hand. The man speaking is Indian, with short black hair and wearing the same uniform as the woman, but with some additional military patches and sorting different bottles and syringes filled with strange liquids, as well as medical tools that look freshly used. While the woman seems to be dirty from the outside, the man is covered in blood, pus, and other bodily fluids. And although he seems very rushed and hurrying, he still has a certain air of confidence about him. I'm telling you, we always come after something bad has happened. And I'm telling you, Captain, we need to get to places before the shit hits the fan and prevent things like this from happening. As much as I agree with you, Danielle, that's not our job. We have to go to places for people who need our help the most. We can't just go around looking for trouble. Well, if we don't look for trouble, then how are we supposed to help people, okay? People are at where the trouble is. The man seems to look up as he sees all of you, and he goes all right, Claudia, who the hell is this? These are Ares Division, chicken boys and girls. They have come to help. What? Why are Ares Division... I called them, alright? We're understaffed. Half of us are either sleeping after 20-hour shifts. The other half are making sure that these people don't die. We needed additional reinforcements. Well, that wasn't your call, now was it, Danielle? I am the captain here, and I will say what we do. Alright? How dare you go over my head and do this? Well, if I didn't go over your head, these people wouldn't be here to help us right now. And it looked pretty useful. Alright, so maybe next time you should be thanking me instead of yelling at me. You see as they go to continue, but Claudia steps in and says, Alright, enough. Captain, they are here now. It is too late, and Danielle may be correct, even though she shouldn't have done so without your permission. Chicken boys and girls, introduce yourself.
My name's Archie Tremulus. I'm the pilot.
I am Harvey Ellis, commander of Ares Division, here to help.
He salutes after him and says, Lucius Quinn, Lieutenant Commander of the Ares Division, here to help.
My name is Virgil. I'm the political advisor, so to speak. And I also do well with medical knowledge. Though our med is currently underperforming.
The captain nods at you. As you see, you're probably the only one he actually has any semblance of positive attitude towards at the moment. Which is strange because you're a Cephian in human territory, so that's a first for you.
Yeah, it's a first, but I respect it. Looking at the usefulness of like, okay, what are your skills? You looking at that first.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we take what we can get in a racist galaxy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hello there. I'm Eleanor Wiscott. I am the assistant engineer to crew. It seems that I am a bit out of my depth here, but I will do my best.
My name is Dhonall Karyta. I am the resident gun expert and Typhon expert on the ship.
Harvey, it's just like, all right, guys, next time we should like plan this up so we should have like an order, maybe.
We really
Oh my God.
Amazing.
We honestly should probably have some sort of like drill of like, okay, you go, you say this, because
Maybe we
Wow,
have the
this
most important ones go first.
How
Yes.
about Lucius introduces everybody for us? You're just like, he's dead, he's dead, he's that, done.
Well, it would be effective.
And says, all right, well, my name's Captain Ray Bannister. I lead Apollo Division, and right now I am neck deep in bodies and blood. So, you, Cephian, you said you were versed in medical knowledge?
Yes, indeed.
All right, cool.
I start getting out some of my medical supplies.
The captain starts pointing at a patient down the line and says, he is about to reach critical states, and this one is currently flatlining, so give me a moment. As he goes to go help that person. The woman who you heard the name is Danielle looks at all of you and says, well, the rest of you can come with me. We're going to be stepping out of this tent and letting the professionals do what they do best.
Hell yeah, I get to be a professional.
Nice.
Position myself in such a way where I can work on two people at once
Mm-hmm.
by like standing between their beds.
Nice.
Because that's where I do best.
I will say after a while, because that is a failure, so I do have to acknowledge that that's a failure.
Yeah. My first thought was like, you aren't really helping anyone get better, but you are, you're making them more comfortable while they, die.
Yes. As you follow Danielle as she walks off. Well, it seems like it's my turn for watch, so if y'all care to join me.
Yes,
Very
yes,
well.
of course.
And do you know if there were anyone else who's going to be coming?
As far as I know, it is only us, no?
Shame. But y'all are here now, and that's all that matters. And truly grateful for that, It's been a real rough couple days.
Yeah, I bet.
I can only imagine.
Oh, what are all y'all doing on Menkar?
Well, we are answering the distress signal that you put out.
You guys came to a planet just for a distress signal?
No, we were on orders from the High Council of Gaia to eliminate as many typhons on this planet as we can.
Yeah.
Officially, we were supposed to exterminate all typhons on this planet, but that seems like a very improbable task, to say the least. But nevertheless, what the High Council orders, then orders.
That's a real shame. I'm not sure if y'all are gonna get that done quite anytime soon.
Yes, our captain is currently looking into if we can get a new set of orders.
I mean, yeah, I probably don't want to be stuck on this hellhole for very long. I doubt that anyone's be coming back anytime soon anyway.
Yes.
So, now that y'all are here, hopefully you can help us out a wee bit. We took our shuttle planet side and left our ship in space. but now we're running out of space as more and more civilians come through, and running out of supplies for the injured. So we kind of need all hands on deck to help protect from hostiles, bandits and the like. Honestly, most of us are help keeping people from dying. Whoever's on watch tries to prevent typhons from coming by and wiping out the whole camp. We've been in a spot of trouble recently.
Yes, and understandable. I couldn't help but wonder, the patient that had grabbed my arm said something about being attacked by a figure that resembled a bull. Do you have any idea what that might be about?
Well, from what we've seen around here, could be a Grimsaw, maybe?
Grimsaw, you say? Okay. And Dhonall, you've never encountered any sort of typhon that might resemble that of, like, a bull, would you?
There are a few bull-like typhons, but the Grimsaw is definitely something that does exist.
I see.
It's possible that he was just hit by it so fast, so hard, he didn't really understand what happened to him. Poor bastard.
They are highly territorial, so you might have wandered into the wrong place.
I'm sure that that's probably true. Very
Say,
interesting.
is that Cephian in there? He your doctor?
Yes. De facto, technically, he's not. His official role is not our medic, but he does serve as our medical professional, as he has the most knowledge within that field. Don't get me wrong, he is brilliant at what he does, and he has actually already saved one of our lives after this mission alone. He's quite incredible. It's fascinating, really.
Interesting. What's his ranking?
I'm sorry, a ranking? I beg your pardon?
Oh, you see as she kind of has a look of surprise on her face, she's taken aback and says, everyone in the Horizon has a certain ranking of their skills. The official list goes from bottom to top, basic, intermediate, advanced, saint, king, emperor, and then god.
Oh, I
That is a
see.
lot. Yeah.
I really am not too sure what his skill level might be. I'm sure in terms of medical knowledge, it's probably basic, likely at most intermediate.
Yeah, well, your ranking isn't just based off your skill. It's your skill, your experience, and talent for it.
Oh, I see. Well, that's very fascinating. Where Virgil's skill lie within that, but perhaps he might know.
As you say that, Virgil comes out of the tent on a supply run.
Whoa, that's me.
It is.
Yes, what was that? As I walk over and start picking up supplies, my head turned towards them.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, just out of curiosity, are you aware of the ranking system within the galaxy? In terms of the ranking of one's skills?
Am I?
Taylor taught you about this, yeah.
Ah, cool.
Mhm.
Nice. Yes, I am.
Are you aware where your medical skills fall with that ranking system?
Roughly advanced.
Ah, there you have it.
Oh, wow. That's, all Apollo Division agents are usually at least Saint or higher.
Oh, well, that's nice. Well, that is just his medical skill, though. He is really more skilled in diplomatic initiative and political engagements.
Oh, really? What's your ranking in that?
Is that about the same?
Bro, is this person literally just an
It's a
IRL
difference
power
of one.
scaler?
It's a difference of one die.
Probably around Saint level about.
Ah, yes. In that, I'm roughly Saint level.
You see, she nods,
Very good.
impressed.
Yes, the medical training is mostly a byproduct. How to put this into more human terms? I wrote my college essay on human biology.
You see, she's very impressed and is like, "Oh, nice." Well, how does Cephian like yourself get involved with, human matters and the divisions and all that?
Connections, that sort of thing. I've always been interested in races other than mine own.
Say, all y'all are from Ares Division, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, quite.
And y'all are all you guys are the all-rounder division, so y'all must be pretty good shots, right?
I'd like to think so.
Some
I would
better
say
than
yes.
others, for sure, but yes, we can all hit our targets, yes.
You see, she kind of gets like a mischievous smirk on her
Oh,
face, and
no.
it's just like, what do y'all say to a little shooting contest?
I'm game.
The professional in me really wants to gauge whether or not this is the best time for that, but
I want to play shooting game.
I do not want to be a buzzkill, as it were. That's quite all right. I'm going to continue to stand watch. You all have your fun with your shooting contest and what have you.
Damn straight. And I'm gonna pull out my gun, spin it on my finger.
Well, bitch. Okay.
As the lieutenant commander of Ares Division, you see as Lucius takes off his gloves and shit and fucking starts unbuttoning his coat. If it's a challenge you want, it is a challenge you shall get. As he fucking whips out his accelerator pistol faster than you guys have ever seen him do it before.
Well, you have fun with that.
Oh, you can't skip out on us, Cephian. Come on, one shot.
I'm not well versed in firearms.
Well, then maybe you can learn something, a thing or two.
Virgil will drop off the supplies.
Okay.
And stay there for as long as possible. As long as possible before it's like, alright, is there anything else I can do? Everyone else good? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, with that failure metacurgy roll, they're like, no, you're good.
All right, let's roll some zeros.
It's like, lovely. I'm not not needed in there anymore. The voice coming out is goody and everything. Anyone who's known Virgil for a day knows that he is not excited about this.
Well, let's get it going. We gotta go to ourselves a good old-fashioned shooting contest. She's very excited over this. I'll keep watch while you each take your turns, and I'll go last.
All right. I want to go first just to totally win.
All right, lover boy, let's have you going first. Oh shit!
2. Hey, that's pretty good.
And then pop it out, and then fire, and then you hit that bow straight dead on as it explodes to a bunch of glass shards. Some of them smack Harvey right in his protected, helmeted face as he's just unfazed. As he just nods and he's pretty impressed. Okay.
Wow,
Nice.
I think everybody unanimously. Shit, okay, Archie, all right, I see you, my guy.
I'm a little bit of a deadeye.
Virgil just kind of does polite golf claps.
Eleanor's just like, wow, Archie, you're way better at firing a gun than flying a ship.
Oh my god, will you keep
I was gonna say it too!
Oh, sorry, I didn't.
talking like that? You're gonna be the next subject of target practice.
Didn't you say you were the pilot of your ship?
No, yes, I'm not talking about this right now.
Oh, all right, pretty good shot. Next time you might want to, fix up your stance a little bit. And your arms were a little bit too stiff, but pretty good.
Okay. Well, let's see who else. Let's see what everyone else has got. Lucius, you're talking big game.
Lucius is going to go over to the same position. This is either going to go adequately or very poorly. So we're going to see how this goes.
Aim for 1 or 2.
You do the same. You do your little quick draw as you flash it out, and you fire, and pew, as it explodes through a bunch of glass shards once again.
Wow.
Hell yeah. And then he goes and fucking unrolls his sleeve, puts his coat back on. Oh, yeah, that's it. That's fucking...
Just, in the heat of battle, you might want to fire a little bit faster. But other than that, just make sure to squeeze the trigger, not pull it.
Yeah, all right. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, watch me. Watch me.
Oh, we're
All right. I'm gonna take an aim shot with my Vulcan crick. Should I go for the shotgun?
Oh my god! Fuck off! No.
All right.
Oh my god! Don't now. You need to fucking stop.
Obliterate this fucking bottle. You guys don't know. He obliterates it so badly. You think there's probably just glass dust left at this point? Not even like shards.
Shot a solid hole through the bottle. 2 extra shots that went through the hole, and then the last one disintegrated the bottle.
Yes, like actually though, what the fuck?
You see as Danielle gives a good hearty clap, and it's like, wow, all right, Plutonian boy, looks like you can shoot pretty dang on well.
I hunt typhons for a living. I have to.
Even then, though, you're still probably only about saint level.
Maybe. Oh, she's an IRL power scaler. Where would that put you then?
You see as she smiles, her shading still changed.
Please don't expect anything. Fucking, I don't know, maybe a brick.
Oh no!
Like a brick next to a bottle or some shit.
You see as for everyone else, everyone give a polite clap, and then for Dallas, everyone give a really big clap, and then for you, everyone's silent for a moment, and then just gives the most polite clap ever.
You got a pity clap.
Virgil says, I know that I'm not good at this.
Well, where do I start?
Don't worry, Virgil. You can always get better.
That's true.
You know the sights down the barrel of the gun, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I know.
Problem more in lies with the fact that, well, how do I put this? He doesn't really have fingers,
Yes, I do. See, Virgil holds up his hand with very big fingers and such. See, underwater on my planet, there's enough pressure to where they are more dexterous. But here, not exactly my area of expertise, as well as the fact that I'm not a firearms person. I factually know how guns work, but I couldn't do it myself.
You see as she nods and says, I understand. Well, I guess you just gotta get used to it.
Yes, eventually. It is, only been about a week since I joined this? Yeah, since we joined.
Yeah.
Yes, I've only
Gotcha.
been on this job for about a week, so.
You see as she nods, and then you see as Harvey goes to go next, and he pulls out the hammer first.
Oh no.
As
know
he
what,
starts to
Harvey?
step towards
Harvey, throw the fucking hammer. Throw the hammer. Do it.
Oh.
Throw the...
I mean, if you really want me to.
Harvey, as your second in command, I am begging you to.
Oh, I was just going to smash, but I could throw the hammer. Here's what Harvey does.
Unlock the
Harvey takes his hammer, reels it back behind his head, and then just fucking chucks it as hard as he can forward. This isn't a ranged combat or a melee combat. He's gonna roll a force check. And he succeeds, so this is not how you use a hammer. So he just throws it, and it just smashes into the table, obliterating it completely.
Harvey has unlocked a new ability.
Harvey is leveled up.
Bro.
He would like to replace Intimidate with Hammer Throw. However, Harvey already knows 4 moves.
It does. He's pretty dumb, so it does make sense. Like he can only know 4 things at a time. Danielle is just completely astounded and just like, well, all right then. Okay. All right. Good job, big guy. You see as Harvey just kind of pumps his fist. It's like, yeah. Smash.
Yeah.
I love Harvey. He's my favorite.
He goes to go pick up his hammer and dusts it off. As the table is now destroyed, Eleanor's just like, do I need to go? Or
I think it's quite alright if you sit out, but
yeah,
Come on,
I think
Eleanor.
you're.
What's the worst that happened? You missed?
I shoot someone.
Eleanor.
That's the worst that could happen. I shoot someone.
No, you're not going to shoot someone. Here, can you come? Can you come here, please?
I doubt you'll do any worse than I did.
You didn't shoot someone.
Eleanor.
That is fair.
Here. Does she have a gun?
No,
No? Okay.
absolutely
I'm going
not.
to say, here. I'm going to take up my accelerator pistol and hand it to her, and I'm going to say, just aim, take a deep breath, and as you're breathing out, squeeze your hand around the trigger. Okay? You can do that.
You see as she nods, Danielle pipes in and says, make sure to take a deep breath, sweetie, and breathe out as you squeeze. See as she nods,
It's really
and
well,
then...
Nope, that's fine.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
It
it
was almost word for word exactly what what Lucius just said,
Oh.
except she swapped around when you breathe out, pull the trigger, and when you pull the trigger, breathe out. It was just that.
I'm not sure why. I heard Lucius say, make sure to stand like this and hold the gun like this. That's what I heard.
Oh.
So, yeah, sorry. Fails. You see as she shoots, it bounces off of this thing, bounces off of that thing, bounces off of that thing, shoots through the top of a tent, and you see as the whole thing shake a little bit, and then stabilize.
Wait, she gets a bonus dice for the accelerator pistol.
Oh, shoot. Oh, no.
And technically, if this is an aimed shot, she gets 2 bonus.
Sure.
Please.
Hey! It bounces off of that thing, bounces off of that thing, bounces off of that thing, and then somehow hits the bottle still.
Fucking everybody arms, dude. Like, yeah! Fucking, let's go, Eleanor! Let's go!
Everyone shouts.
Virgil does slightly more enthusiastic golf claps.
Yeah. The captain picks out and says, "Can you guys shut the fuck up? I'm trying to save lives in here."
Yes, of course.
Sorry.
Inside the tent with all the gunshots we've been giving everyone PTSD.
Oh my god.
All things considered, that was pretty fucking good, guys. Like, only one of us missed, and it was the person who, like, honestly, if anything, should have missed. Like,
Yeah. Like I prefaced it with "don't expect anything."
And last but not least, it's our gal, Danielle.
See, I want to see her totally whiff it.
That'd be hilarious. I'm not even gonna lie. It would be hilarious. She just kind of moves over a little bit up the opposite wall, aims down her sniper rifle, and I'm saying this right now, automatically gets a critical success.
I see.
And now I'm gonna roll for additional dice.
Ah.
How does she auto?
He has a talent.
It would have been.
You were using a sniper rifle, and I was using a pistol.
I'm using a sniper rifle from short range.
Yeah.
Everyone
Sounds like
collectively
excuses to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Hey, you know what?
That
Hey.
would put you on an advanced level.
For your information, I'm, I think, low Emperor ranked. Still, though, a better shot than me. Maybe next time we'll see how things change up.
Dhonall, I
it's
dare say you
very
seem
far.
very much on your way to maybe attaining the next level higher than that. Is the rank above Saint Emperor?
The rank above King is Emperor.
Oh, that's
So
right.
it's
It's Saint
Saint
King
King.
Emperor.
For God.
Yes.
Okay.
He said she was emperor?
Low Emperor,
Low-
yes.
Emperor.
I guess
Probably
that's-
has to do with that auto because that's ridiculous.
Well, I suppose it simply shows that you can't glean everything from a single shot.
But still, to the victors, go the spoils. You get nothing, but
I get the happy
Congrats.
feeling.
You get broken glass.
You get fucking nothing.
I'd say that maybe if you keep on upping your skills, you could even surpass me.
I will make that a goal.
I won't make it easy on you.
I would hope not.
Worry not,
She
Dhonall. I'm
smells-
sure you're right on your way to godly. And I sort of like walk up, give him a fucking pat on the fucking back.
Bro, he daps you up.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
You
Let's
say
go.
that Harvey legit busts out laughing at this. Oh no, I'm sorry, Dhonall. It's not you. It's just to reach the status of God is, well, it's not really possible for people like us.
Well, I will still do it.
I'm sure you will.
I will become a god.
That is a dangerous way to start on.
And if y'all are hungry, there's some lunch over there, I think, left over. Don't got much of it, but it's something. Sorry, the captain, I think it was Captain Ray Bannister, by the way.
Wait, his name's Ray Bannister?
Yes.
Like Ray-Ban, like sunglasses.
Yes.
Wow.
I had fun naming the captains.
Yeah, Virgin.
Virginia, I think you mean.
Yeah.
From the right, the shuttle from the ship should be coming in soon. Now that we've had some extra hands on deck, we should be able to help get everyone in and out of here to some place where they can get proper medical attention. He goes back in to keep saving lives, and you guys continued showing out, hanging out with Danielle, keeping watch, all type of stuff. I'm gonna roll another observation check. I love these. These are my favorite.
I've been doing pretty good on my rolls.
Damn.
Oh, yes!
I have not failed a roll at all today.
In comes in the shuttle, or the ship as it lands.
Yo, there it is.
And then several people are escorted onto the shuttle, as well as the majority of doctors and all of them. When all of a sudden, you guys start to hear branches break inside the forest. Those of you who passed do see shapes in the forest begin to move about.
Oh boy. Human shapes?
Two humans stumble out into. These are two injured, limping humans who come out of the forest as they start shouting, "Hey, please, we need help. This is the camp, right? For medics?
Yes!
Yes.
Please, my brother here. He's been hit. It looked like some kind of large like bull thing.
Did it follow you, or were you able to get away?
I hid, and then it ran off, and then I got my brother, and we ran here. We heard that you help people.
Hey, yes, we do. You're going to be safe here. Here, get over into one of these tents and go hide with your brother. A bull thing, you said. Is it possible? Must be the same thing that about back.
It could very well be.
You see as these two both rush in. They're like, where do we go?
Danielle, which tent?
Y'all are gonna want to go to the one on the right. That one has more empty spaces. You see as they both nod and thank you as they both rush past. I think we saw some other people in the jungle too. They're heading this way.
This sounds like an ambush to me.
This sounds a little bit sus.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait. Oh, this could definitely be a trap, maybe.
This sounds definitely like a trap.
We do know that there are looters and raiders in the area.
Do we recognize these people from the Aphrodite division?
No, these are random survivors.
I want to know if they're actually injured.
You see as a pair of women exit the forest as well, panting and gasping. You can look and see that this guy is definitely injured.
By definitely injured, do you mean like I see a bunch of flesh, or there's just a lot of blood?
There is a lot of damaged flesh.
Gotcha. Okay. Less likely
Okay,
that it's a trap,
Yeah, it's less.
unless
Us.
they're really committed.
True. And honestly, if they are, respect.
Yeah.
These guys rush in. Is this the camp? There's something following us.
Brought it here?
What else were we supposed to do? Where were we supposed to go?
All right, everyone, we need to set up a defensive perimeter
Oh
right
boy,
now.
prepare for combat.
Here, right.
Please, you have to help us.
Okay, go inside, but also, why the fuck did you bring it here?
Were we supposed to fight it?
You were supposed to evade
No,
it.
it's fine. You did fine. Go find shelter inside. Hide. Everyone, we need to get into defensive positions. Everybody, grab a weapon if you have one.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna yell over to Virgil to toss the pistol.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna do that.
And then you guys start to hear heavy stomping in the bushes. As Dhonall, you hear it from over here. And Harvey also speaks up and says, I think we got something over here too.
Oh,
Oh no.
Oh.
Branches start to break and trees begin to lean over and snap. You guys start to hear the sound of what seems to be a chainsaw out in the woods.
Oh no.
No, the
Oh.
rhinos have
goodness.
chainsaws.
And as the sound gets closer and closer, you see that breaking through the trees is a giant gorilla-like beast with saws all over its body, prickly spines, and what seems to be crushers inside of its hands. You have never seen a typhon like this before, everyone, except for Dhonall. This is a hulking 7-foot-tall quadruped, running from its chest down to its lower abdomen. Sits a rapidly spinning, rotating chainsaw-like contraption, and its huge, giant hands have grinders embedded in them that you can tell, if it were to grab you, would be deadly.
Don't get grabbed.
And as you guys ready yourselves against these two gorilla-like beasts, you guys start to hear a buzzing. Not a chainsaw, but almost like a bug.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
The people who you let into your camp disintegrate
I knew it.
into a cloud of what seems to be almost tiny robot bugs
Huh.
More
Ah.
fucks.
as they appear inside of your camp. I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh boy.
We're gonna start off combat with our good old boy Lucius.
Hey,
Well, I know about these grim jaws, and the fact that there's two of them means that I'm gonna try and lure them to each other.
Oh, are they
Huh?
not friendly to each other?
They're not friendly to anything. They're very territorial.
Gotcha.
I'm going to yell over to Lucius and everybody else. Hopefully they'll hear this as well. Everybody, lure both of the Grimjaws near each other. They hate everything except themselves. Most likely,
okay.
if we get them in front of each other, they will start fighting, and then we will just have to deal with the Gleam.
Dhonall, do just that. Do your best to this one. Over to the other one, going around the camp as best you can.
That I will. All right, I'm gonna take out my Vulcan cricket and do a normal shot at this Grimjaw saw.
Alright, fire the hit.
All right.
And you can see that around its eyes, where its eyes would be, it's like a straight, like completely metal, like visor type thing.
Just all this, the body of this Grimsaw is what appears to be extremely thick metal plating, except for around the chainsaw and a short segment that separates the chest from its like stomach area. So if you manage to hit in there, you will be able to hit one of the weak spots of it.
You do hit. So, how much damage is that going to be?
2 extra damage.
It takes 2 points of damage as you hit it right in its weak spot and its little fleshy bits.
Yeah, and I'm going to use that to move.
All right.
Alrighty. I think I'm gonna make an aimed shot at the big guy.
Okay.
Am I within range of him?
Yes,
Right here?
yes.
Very cool. Well, I don't have to move then. Let's just go for it. So I rolled this plus 3d6.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
And then you fire as you hit this thing right in its metal head. Yeah, it pings off of it, but you do tell the impact did damage it a little bit. As you do
Okay.
how much damage to it?
2.
Alright. In a very wise man's words, these are a polymorphic mass of seem to be almost nanomachines that you can hear this like frequency kind of buzzing from them as they kind of form and move like a school of fish. Go towards you, Virgil. You don't know what these guys will do if they get to you, but you don't want to find out.
No, I do not. Well, at least I'm in not as bad a position as Archie is. Yeah, sure, why not? I'll try and shoot the bugs. I'll also stand here and shoot the bugs so I don't shoot into a tent.
Yo, let's go!
Let's go.
As you fire the shot, Danielle, like over the sounds of gunfire, is like, well, it seems like you learned a little something, huh?
I have no idea how I did that.
Oh my god.
Like, that's the best way to do it. And critical success. You blast this swarm of bugs. How much? So you can do a critical injury if you want.
Ooh.
Yes.
Cripple the bugs.
Because they are bugs, they take reduced damage.
Yeah, makes sense.
You scatter them as they all separate, as they're stunned for 1 turn.
Oh, thank God.
While you're rolling this, Dhonall is going to look at both Virgil and Archie and yell over to you, "Do not let the Gleam surround you.
Good to know.
If they do, they will drink your juices."
I have a lot of those.
Yes. Especially you, Virgil. Do not let them surround you.
What else would Harvey do? He's gonna rush the giant gorilla. 1, 2,
Of
3,
course.
4.
That's our boy.
You can't see his face, but you can imagine it's one of extreme glee. So yeah, he swings. It bounces off of the armor of this 7-foot gorilla monster. Next up is our gal, Danielle. She's going to try and help Archie out with these bugs, because he's about to get obliterated. As it streaks through the giant cloud of nanobugs. Next up are the bugs.
Oh no.
Mm.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
So we have some bad things going on. One of them is going to go for Danielle. The other one's going to go for Archie. The other one's going to go for this citizen.
No, citizen.
And the other one is going to go for a 2-for-1 combo with Virgil and Eleanor.
Man.
But didn't I stun that one?
Wait, no, you're right! It can't! Because it's stunned!
Hell yeah.
So, however, Archie, I'm going to need you to roll a force check.
A force check, you say? All right. I'm.
Okay. Well, these nanobugs start to form an orb around you as their buzzing gets more and more intense. As they start to reach a certain frequency and start bouncing off of each other as they push themselves inside of your body, trying to invade through any orifice they can fit into, which is all of them.
Oh.
It's just the first. You're going to take 1 damage, okay? You're going to take 1 damage for this first round, okay? These Grimsaws do have 40 feet of movement, not 30. It's not to go to Dhonall, who shot it, and so it's going to try and attack you. Do you have any AP left, Dhonall?
No.
Okay, you're going to take this like a man, then.
Oh boy.
Hey, good fail.
Ah.
Oh.
I don't think it failed.
I don't think it failed. So
I should get ready for a new character, yes?
also, by the way, just so everyone knows, the crit for a fist is 1. So any additional 6 past 1 also could be a critical injury.
Oh no.
I see.
So here's the thing. You take 2 points of damage automatically, Dhonall, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You put up your arm to try and block this thing from smacking you in the face, and you feel as its heavy, muscular fist just smashes through your elbow and crushes it.
Ooh.
You are stunned for 1 turn.
Oh.
You have a -2 to force and melee combat, and you have no use of 2-handed weapons.
I see.
Damn, that's crazy.
I see. I've already lost 1/3 of my health.
And now it is the Grimsaw attacking Harvey. He literally takes no damage. So the Grimsaw goes to hit him with his chest and just tear him down the middle. But Harvey just outstretches his arms, welcoming it, as it just freaking cuts across his armor, leaving a nasty scratch, but not breaking through it at all, as he just stands there defiant.
Okay.
It's gonna take more than that to cut through my armor. Monkey.
Monkey.
As the Grimsaw roars in anger and frustration. Next up, Eleanor.
Come on, Eleanor. You can do it, please.
She reaches in through the tent as you see bugs coming up underneath it from the other side, grabs this guy, and runs with him away.
Ah, good. Thank you. I was going to suggest if she didn't have any ideas that she do that.
Going to basically take a shot at him and run and sort of goad him to come after me.
Okay.
Archie, if you can hear me, when you try to break out of the bug sphere, propel yourself outward in a diving motion and use your gun to lead yourself. You need to avoid making as much contact with these bugs as possible. You and Dhonall can lead them to each other to make them start killing each other, but we cannot fight them individually.
But I'm winning. I can't fight them individually.
No, Harvey, please.
I am losing.
Yeah, you can.
You might
Everyone
win.
else can.
Dhonall is actively losing.
Pitiful.
Oh my god.
It is a much more fun sight.
Yeah, Harvey nods his head though and says, I guess I'll have to show this thing who's the real bull here. He'll do what he said. What do you say?
It's a gorilla.
All right. Force roll. Plus, how much do I get? Do I get an extra die from Lucius's command roll?
Yes. As they just invade your body, as you try your hardest to break out, kind of bouncing off of the sides. And now to you, Virgil. You are stood in front of this a mass of gleams as they start to come back together after being stunned, and set their sights squarely on you. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, they do that, don't they?
Yes.
Fucking bolting.
Dhonall, how smart are these things?
Very. You saw what they did. They were people.
That is fair.
They spoke, they talked, they deceived.
And how quick are they?
Life.
Okay.
I don't want to put you out of hope, but I think they are faster than the gorilla.
Ah.
These things communicate through electromagnetic waves,
Ooh.
or so they're called.
That I can try and do something with. See if I can somehow manage my way to try and make a, how shall we say, an impromptu, communication jammer. It doesn't have to have a large range at all, but...
Technology, probably.
Yeah.
Their frequency, whatever it is very complicated and seems to be changing. Harvey's going to activate his unique talent.
Yo.
Oh. As his visor turns red and steam shoots out from his nostrils, leans forward, kicks back the dirt behind him, and lasers a gorilla as he charges all the way down here, busting through the walls and stopping right here. You wanted me to bring him over here, right?
Yes, thank you.
The Grimsaw leaps over these little small walls, jumping right here.
Damn.
Then this one is going to smack Dhonall again. You'll love to see it.
Watch me get a critical success, and I get stunned for another turn.
Well,
Is this karma for my good rolls?
3 points of damage.
All right.
Runs, jumps over boxes, jumps over this fireplace, goes over to Archie, and she is going to make a force check.
Oh no.
Let's go! As she shouts out some anime weeb reference like Plus Ultra.
Yeah.
She reaches in and grabs a hold of Archie's collar and then yanks him out.
I owe you one.
Don't worry about it.
So now, Harvey has already gotten the other one to the place. Please, lead it to the place.
Hey,
Man.
I'm gonna whip out my shotgun. I'm gonna stick it up this thing's armpit, and I'm gonna pull the trigger.
little meat chunks go flying out as you give this thing internal bleeding.
Let's go.
Nice.
Payback, you stupid ape.
I'm gonna make some distance between me and the flies, and I'm gonna go ahead and just make an aim shot at the big boy.
You fire past these bugs, hitting it right in the... Oh, actually, let's see what's armor.
If you can figure out some way to negotiate with the flies, because these gorillas are about to kill each other.
All right. So I'm gonna try and negotiate with the flies. I'm basically gonna say okay, here's the deal. You let us leave, all of the sick, wounded, dehydrated people leave, and in return, we make these things fight each other, which, these guys are big, they're strong, they're full of juices. Because, and then they have nice food that won't fight back.
Go.
You see that these bugs... They consider this. They consider it. Yeah. The bugs are going to make the intelligent decision of the moment, and they are going to stop actively trying to kill you. However, they're not gonna run away just yet.
Okay, they're gonna be vultures.
Yeah, they're gonna see what happens, alright?
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
They're gonna stop killing, though, for right now.
Yeah,
That's acceptable.
yeah, honestly,
Works for me, man.
However, these Grimsaws are not going to do that. They're going to continue doing what they do best. The Grimsaw is going to charge forward through past these bugs, through these two tents, wounding the two people inside who were still in there, as the tents collapse and are shredded apart by the rotating blades of this thing and just the hulking mass of it. And Dhonall,
Yeah.
it's going to attack you.
No.
You only take 2 points of damage.
Hey, that's
So I believe
better.
you're at 1 HP, correct?
HP.
As the Grimsaw punches you into the other one, the two Grimsaws catch sight of each other. And you see as they pause, as Harvey simply just slowly backs up out of the way. as this one charges past you and at the other one.
Fight.
They start wrestling on the ground. Ooh.
Oh.
As saws and blades start going wild everywhere, Eleanor is gonna go. Alright, go meet that guy over there. Get out of here. You guys see as the shuttle lands back again, head down.
I love how when they left it was peaceful and they came back and now there are swarms of bees and 2 massive gorillas fighting in the middle of the camp.
Can I spend my action just like helping escort people into the shuttle?
Yeah, you can go over there. So now, your turn.
Going to walk over, going to tell Harvey, and just say, let's go. I know it is.
Yeah, as soon as I get Jenny out of here.
Do you need help?
No.
I will help you.
You guys both tear Danielle out. Oh, God. You are really torn up there.
I am not looking good.
I'll treat you on the ship. Let's get out of here.
That would be much appreciated.
And with that, the bugs start to, I'm going to say this, the bugs start to converge on the Grimsaws as Harvey and Danielle bolt out of there on their turns. Initiative is over as you guys are all free to just start running towards the shuttle. Normally, the combat would have continued, but because of Virgil, the bugs are trying to let you go.
Yo.
Yay!
Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
Let's go. You know,
I'm gonna bring Eleanor so she
Oh, yeah.
doesn't stay there.
Yes. I just want to patch you guys up. Who is injured?
me.
Okay, better question. Who is not injured?
I don't think I am.
I only
Okay.
took 1 dink of damage, so I'm actually pretty okay.
She's going to heal you. It's going to take you a total of 18 days to recover from this. So 2 weeks.
Oh,
I see. Before I can use both my arms and weaponry again.
Yes.
For now, I'm just going to have to one-hand it.
Your jack arm was sadly destroyed.
No.
How could you? You guys go drop off the injured people at the safely onto the UCAS Siren. Let's see. Danielle wasn't done at that point treating you guys, so she just offers to go with you on your ride back. And then the pilot will take her back and all that. And also give you guys a ride back to your ship, so you don't have to hike through a day back home.
Good.
nice.
The pilot mumbles something like, "I'm not your chauffeur," or something, but Danielle shuts him up. Claudia and Captain Ray Bannister are both impressed with your guys' work and your willingness to put your lives on the line for these randoms. If you guys ever meet them again, it might be a friendly face, you know.
Yeah.
You guys go back to the ship. Danielle speaks to you guys and says, "Well, that was quite the event.
Indeed.
Sorry I wasn't able to help you all out during the fight, but I was able to patch you all up afterwards, so counts for something."
Much appreciated.
Yes.
Definitely.
And y'all might want to get a proper medic, or things your Cephian friend here can't handle.
I agree.
We are still looking for one.
Is there anyone else needs help on the ship while I'm here?
Not unless she knows anything about cyber ghosts.
What?
So we kind of accidentally brought the dead guy back, and
Oh,
now
it's not.
he's an AI in our
Too
ship.
complex to get into right now. Oh god.
I see. So what, his brain data got uploaded to the ship data?
Maybe, but he also kind of died. So we don't know how that happened.
Well, sounds similar to mental transplant. Just to shit rather than another human body.
The problem is we shot his body and brain out into space a couple of, days before?
Ah, I see. Well, as long as you get another body of decent compatibility, or should be fine.
Well, if you find any attractive corpses, let us know.
Well, it looks like your Plutonian friend here was about to become one of them.
Oh, do not remind me. That was not one of my more proud moments.
Hey, you still got some good shots off, though. Didn't go down easy.
Indeed I did.
Well, y'all seem like a good bunch of people. Where you heading to now?
That's a good question.
Very good question.
Do we go back and report, or?
Hearing the commotion of a landing shuttle outside, you guys see your favorite captain, Tobias Reffer, step on out of the ship and descend down the hangar steps. Whoa, what do we got going on here?
Almost got
Harry situation.
Oh, I see. Well, put in a report, I guess. You can debrief me later. You see as Danielle speaking says, well, hello there, Captain Reffer. If I may say, you've got yourself a pretty dang on good crew here. Well, I guess some of them do have, some high points, but I'm sorry, who are you? Well, I'm Danielle Abbasi. I am a medic with Apollo Division. Okay, wonderful. Congrats. So you all drop off the Tweedledee and Tweedledum, and then Mr. Religion Man.
Yes, they have stayed with Artemis Division.
Aphrodite.
Aphrodite. Sorry, wrong one. There's 3 A's, and all of them are like too familiar.
Well, are we going to be seeing Malachi anytime soon?
I do
We
not
might.
know.
Oh, well, he did ask if he could have a position on the ship, and we weren't sure what to say to that. So we wanted to ask him first.
Oh, you see, as he's actually kind of a little bit surprised and taken aback by you guys asking for his permission. He's like, wait, what?
Wait, you guys actually respect me enough?
You see, as he gets a very he kind of like stands up a little bit straight and is like, well, I think I can be gracious enough as to offer a random hobo we met a job. It'll be good for the economy.
How far away is the monolith from the ship?
A few hours. You probably just go grab him and be back. Wouldn't be too
Yeah.
long.
I'm gonna just call the captain and tell her, hey, we're gonna come pick up Malachi. Kind of, he's ours now.
You see as she claps on the other end, and is like, oh, wow. Oh, that's great. I'll let him know right away.
Alright, please tell him to pack his bags and stuff.
I don't think he has any bags, but I will tell him.
I don't know if he picked anything up while he was over there, or...
You guys pick up any other stragglers that you want to bring onto the ship?
Not me.
Well, he seems to be a lovely fella.
He's interesting, for sure.
He's a bit flip-floppy.
I
Flip-flop is a good word to describe.
have a fully formed opinion on him yet.
I think he's great.
Thank you, Harvey.
Pretty good for beginners, but gonna need a lot more work if you're wanting to protect the Third Horizon and all that.
Do you know where one can buy more guns? Because as he looks as Virgil's Vulcan cricket, this is, I don't know, it's starting to not cut it as much anymore.
Well, I might know some gun dealers, but I'd have to get into contact with them.
Please do. You put in a good word.
Are you gonna get a second girl's number right now? You're gonna get a second girl's number right now.
Please do contact me if you do get in
Oh my
contact
god.
with them.
Now, the babe magnet of the group.
Now gets all the
Your
things.
guys' whole shtick is that y'all, go to places and then do whatever needs to be done, right?
Yes.
More
Yes.
or less.
Essentially.
I'm just asking because from what I heard, y'all were kind of the handyman group.
We're sort of,
We're just kind of
The-
put together.
we're kind of like the jack of all trades group. We have no one specialization.
I like that. Jack of all trades.
Who's Jack?
Oh,
No, Dhonall.
What is he trading?
Is it guns?
Like Can I get in contact with him? Does he like have bargains or something?
Is he okay?
He's fine.
Maybe he hit his head a little hard when that giant gorilla
No,
cyborg
that's
punched
normal.
him. Oh,
Well, I hit my head very hard when I fell in the dumpster.
what?
Yeah.
He's getting better though. He just learned what nouns are.
Oh, so sad.
Pop never taught me, okay? He only taught me how to hunt and not die.
Alright, well, tell you what. I'm getting pretty dang on sick of getting to places after things happen. And, today we were able to be there before something happened. And probably saved a couple lives while doing it. So, what do y'all say that maybe I join you as your doctor? Just until you get, your Cephian friend here or someone else to, actually, be an expert.
Sure.
Well, we do
You need a doctor.
We need a proper medic, and our med bay should be up and running relatively soon.
And y'all do need someone to teach you how to shoot, because you know what? It's a work in progress. You've only been together for a week, right?
Roughly.
If that.
Exactly. I hope y'all's captain will be okay with that.
He should be.
Considering how easily he said yes to the other one, I'm gonna go ahead and preemptively say yes, but hear me out.
We
I'm
should
gonna
ask him.
pretend like we're asking him for permission.
He did look very happy when we did ask.
So we ask him for permission, but you're getting a yes because I know he's gonna say yes.
It may sound like a no, but
Oh, all right. How about this? I'll go pick up your friend Malachi, and then go back to the ship, grab my stuff, and then I'm sure our chauffeur here won't mind dropping me off. Your grumbles from inside the shuttle.
alright, see you then.
She nods, gets back in the shuttle. They fly off, come on back. Now with all their gear, she looks around, checking everything out, seeing how everything is like barely kind of repaired. So, this is what I'm working with, huh?
It is not much at the moment, but it will get better, maybe, hopefully.
I'm excited to be working with y'all. Ares Division and end transmission.
No.
Here we go.
2 new crew members.
Yay, we did it.
Yeah, new crew member acquired. We got gun/doctor.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a pharmacist.
Pharmacist, literally.
For real.
Yay. Alright, so XP points.
Go.
You guys all get one just for existing. Rip PA. Sorry.
Rip PA.
Are there any moments that you guys think particularly deserve an XP point?
Virgil talking to the flies.
I do, I agree.
Convincing them to not attack us.
Definitely. I really liked when fucking Lucius talked to the guy. The guy who was like, I can't feel my legs.
Oh, agreed.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah.
I agree.
Hey.
I almost want to give a pity one to Dhonall because of how much he got beat up during that.
I got my shit rocked.
Yeah.
Oh, can we all just get one for like fucking doing
Shooting
so
contest?
well at the competition, like low key?
I was gonna say.
Except for Virgil. Virgil doesn't get one.
Oh, but Virgil made that comeback at shotgun blast.
Alright, you guys can all get one extra point for good shooting. Alright.
Yes!
She's in the credit.
That's a great question.
Hmm.
Alright, here we
The
go.
bad guys?
On the nearby, crime-ridden planet of Daybul, where your chances of getting mugged is just as good as getting scammed by the pseudo-corporate elites. Inside one of those monolithic
It's just
glass coffins.
It is It's
Often.
fucking. It's this.
Inside one of these monolithic glass coffins called office buildings, tragic men and women are working at their desks, in their cubicles, counting the minutes until they get to clock out. Every day is the same as the one before it. Wake up, work, leave, and get ready for the next night. Nothing ever changes. Nothing ever being any different. Until one of the female employees stands up on her desk. Or wait, it's one of the automated robots that drive around and deliver stimulants to keep the workers awake, or clean out their piss bags so they don't have to waste time going to the restroom. She pulls out something from her clothes, and gunshots ring out. The workers jump and scream. In a robotic voice, she shouts over the chaos. Everyone get down on the ground. This is a hostage situation. No one is going to be leaving here until I get what I want. So settle in, as this is going to be a long ride.